Okay, so man, this is the stuff that irritates me, man. I'm gonna just be all the way 100,000 billion trillion zillion honest, if that's even a rating system, right? So first things first. Okay, so Glenn Webb passed, right? Glenn Webb passes, and this is a horrible thing. This is terrible. Um, so I I don't get cat sometimes. So I take my time. Like, oh, so I'm doing my vlog yesterday. If you haven't seen the vlog, it's up on the channel. So I'm doing my vlog yesterday while I'm out and about hunting with my fam, right? And I'm doing the vlog, and we were just speaking about Glenn passing a bit before that, right? And of course, throughout the social medias and stuff, everybody's making comments and stuff like that. I commented on someone's post when I first found out about it, and I mentioned it in a few other formats and forums and stuff, right? So so I'm doing my vlog yesterday, and in my vlog I say, I pay respects to Glenn Webb, right? All right, just to frame this, okay? I don't know Glenn Webb personally, like, you know what I'm saying. And in most cases, many of us within this community don't know each other personally. Some of us develop friendships and we communicate a bit more, and some of us develop like real good friendships, right? I don't know Glenn Webb personally, right? In no way have I pretended like I know Glenn Webb personally. As a matter of fact, I've made it known because I am a person, I am of a mind that the reason why you do things matters. You know what I'm saying? And the things that you do matters. Like your actions should matter. It's like you can talk all day, but your actions should matter. And I try my best to be authentic. I don't even try to be authentic. I'm just being myself. And I feel that I'm an authentic person, right? I could be full of shit. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But I try my best to be authentic. I try my best to live up to my core set of values, right? As slime as I can be, right? You know what I mean? I try my best to fucking live up to my values, right? Um, so in the midst of everyone making videos, rest in peace, Glenn Webb, blah 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 blah, and I feel that's fine. I feel that's definitely fine because I considered whether I would do it myself, right? And I came to the conclusion that well, for one, I don't want to jump on the bandwagon of everybody jumping in just so they can get I mean, because some people are genuinely sad that Glenn Webb is passed, right? Even no matter how minimal your contact with the person is, you still have some feeling because that person had you had insight into that person's life because that person, Glenn, he made his videos. He was a great customizer. He was huge in the collector community, right? So we all feel an attachment to him in that way. But I make no bones about the fact that I'm not pretending like I knew this guy and me and him communicated all the time and we were best of friends and I'm just so distraught and my world is brought to an end. That's not to say that I don't have any care for it. That's not to say that I'm not sensitive to the situation. That's not saying that at all. I'm just saying that I'm being real. I'm being realistic. You know what I'm saying? This is social media. I'm being realistic, right? I don't know why. I don't know how he passed. Most of us don't even know how he passed, other than hearing from someone that's close to him saying that he just went suddenly in the night, right? So his family, his closest friends who actually know him, and those he's made relationships with, and who have closer ties to him, they have more information on it, right? But those of us who are really, if you really want to be honest, just watching. You dig what I'm saying? Just experiencing. We don't have that information because we're not that tied into that person's life. It doesn't mean that you don't mean shit to that person. It doesn't mean that that person doesn't mean shit to you. It just means that you are not tied to that person in that way because you are not in that person's life. So just because you're aware of a person on social media, just because you share in what that person puts out creatively on social media does not mean that you are in that person's life or a part of that person's life. You have made that person a part of your life socially, right? through the interwebs. You know what I'm saying? And for those who have had the opportunity, the blessing to know him personally, to communicate with him on a daily basis personally, those people are rightfully affected by his passing, right? Having said that, right, I had contact with Glenn Webb way back in the day when I first, before I even started doing reviews, there were certain reviewers that I watched. Glenn Webb was one of them. He's one of the early people that I subscribed to, right? And when I first started my first channel, I reached out to a number of major reviewers, period, right? Because I was stupid dog. Pardon me, I had to go and straighten my dogs out. So I reached out to a number of reviewers and stuff, just trying to get information. Because again, I was naive to how the whole reviewing thing went, the startups and all of this stuff, right? So I reached out to a number of the people that I was actually following. Some of these guys were like huge with subscribers in the hundreds of thousands of billions of zillions of trillions, right? And Glenn Webb was one of the people that actually responded and actually subscribed to my original channel, if I'm not mistaken. But he definitely responded, right? And I thought that was pretty cool. He gave me a few tips or whatever the case is, and I continued to watch his videos, and I would comment on his videos, and I would follow his customs and stuff like that, right? That was the extent of our relationship. So it's not even a relationship. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say this: I don't feel right. I don't feel like I would be within my right to do some big production of, how bad I am affected and hurt by Glenn Webb's passing. You know what I'm saying? I am affected by it, but not in that way as if my brother or my cousin or my friend just passed away or whatever the case is. I'm not. My dog just bumped the thing. I'm not. I'm just being honest. That doesn't minimize like his effect on life and society and collective society, or it doesn't minimize like the bit of contact that we did have, the time that I invested in watching him. It does not. It doesn't. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just saying that I don't feel right doing that, because if I did it, I feel like I would be dishonest in a way, not authentic. You dig what I'm saying? I feel like I would just be doing what everyone else is doing, right? Because, that's what happens. You're on Facebook and, some celebrity passes, or this person passes, or someone is sick and they put a post and everybody has to go in and say, oh, sorry for the loss, blah, blah, blah. I'm so saddened by this, but you don't know them. You dig what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, if you didn't fucking see the post, you would not know, because you were not in that person's life. You see what I'm saying? Fine. So in my vlog, I'm out, I'm doing my hunt, I'm doing my daily vlog, whatever the case is, right? And it's in my mind already, because again, like I said, it was in my mind already that I wanted to speak to Glenn Webb's passing, because I do have some feels about it. You know what I'm saying? I do have some feels about it. I'm not crying, I'm not dying, and nothing like that. But still, this is a person that I had contact with. This person is no longer here. So, and we had just had a communication with this person. As a matter of fact, my cousin had way more conversation with him, because he follows him. He followed him. Far more, he was far more dedicated in his following of Glenn than I. You see what I'm saying? So, we were talking about it, and so I already had set in my mind that I was gonna speak to it in my video. Right now, I chose to wait till the end to speak to it and to show respects. Not because the news was so important, you know what I'm saying, but because I felt like, okay, this person just passed away, right? So I don't feel like it's right to say rest in peace, blah, 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 to him, and then go into some news and act all silly. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like that was right. You dig what I'm saying? So I saved it to the end, and then I said my bit. I said my piece, all right? My fam, my homeboy, Tyler, right, who does 20 Dots with me, they just brought a life into the world. You know what I'm saying? And I found that to be very ironic. We lose one life. I ain't even talking about collective. I'm just talking about life in general. A life is taken. A life is given. You see what I'm saying? And I just feel like that speaks to the universe. You know what I'm saying? It's constantly in flux, right? Energy is going in, energy is coming out, And so I chose to wait to the end to speak to Glenn passing, and I chose to wait to the end to speak congratulations to one of my best friends, someone whose life that I'm in. I'm actually in. We communicate. You know what I'm saying? So I chose that time to speak about it. I touched on it. I shared my feelings on it concerning it, and that was that, right? So fine. I put the video up. It's like 3 in the morning, and I put the video up, and I was like, oh man. But so Glenn passed away, and I spoke to it, and I was like, oh man. But I feel like I should. I don't know. I just felt something. So I was like, you know what? Okay. So I did like a little. I did like an image or whatever the case is, saying rest in peace to Glenn, right? And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna make it because it was initially gonna be the cover. You see what I'm saying? Because I was gonna like dedicate the cover to him, right? Because again, I can't. How am I gonna do a full show speaking on someone that I don't know? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, I can't really do that. That's not that. That wouldn't be real. That's like Michael Jackson passed away. No, that's a bad example. That's like I don't know. Nick Cannon passed away. I don't know why I choose Nick Cannon. I'm just saying. And Nick Cannon passes away, and I go on this whole thing about how we were so close and how I was so affected by it, and the world's gonna. And I was like, nah, that's not. Nah, that would be me sucking up for your attention. That's exactly what that is in my eyes. That's me sucking up for your attention. That's clickbait. That's clickbait. You dig what I'm saying? And yeah, that's clickbait. So no, I didn't want to do that. So what I did was, I created an image that said rest in peace to Glenn, right? I shared that to my Instagram, right? Because I feel like I could do that. I put that on my Instagram and I shared that to there, right? All right, fine. That's that piece. That's my contribution to the paying respect to Glenn Webb. You dig what I'm saying? And it's an honest contribution, right? Yeah. So I put the video up. It's about 3 in the morning. Right? And typically, you know how I get down sometimes, right? Because I do this stuff for fun because I enjoy doing it, not because I have to do it, right? I do it because I enjoy doing it. I'm not getting paid from this, man. I don't have some abundance of subscribers and YouTube is sending me the big checks. I'm not getting the big dollars. None of this toy stuff is paid for by YouTube. You dig what I'm saying? This is done solely because I enjoy doing it. Solely for that, right? Whether you guys click it, whether you don't, I do it because I enjoy doing it. I put the video up at 3 in the morning, right? I put the title, and many of you know how I get down, like I'm saying, like, so in most cases, I might not put a daggone description on these videos. I'll just put the video up, and at some point I might go back and add a description. You know what I'm saying? I might put something in the comments, and then later on I might go back and add the links and all that. I'm always saying, like, hit the click, check the links out below, and then you go to the links below, and there's nothing down there. I got stuff going on. But so in this case, I wanted to make sure that I said something, right? So I didn't want to just put it up and not put anything in there for concerning Glenn. So because I just felt like I should. So and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? So I put a statement in the comments, right? And in my initial thoughts, we put a statement in the comments, and okay, I also just mentioned the other stuff too. And I was like, nah. I got the other stuff is in the title. The other topics I talked about, that's in the title. So I'm not gonna fill the comment section with a bunch of other stuff and links and all that. Cause I just feel like it takes away from the actual the statement that I made. You dig what I'm saying? So I left that statement area, that comment area, for my feelings about the Glenn Webb passing thing. You see what I'm saying about Glenn Webb's passing? I did that, right? Okay, so in my title, and I typically do not bother myself with describing or qualifying why. I don't usually bother myself with explaining why I'm doing something. I do it because I do it. You know what I'm saying? But I damn don't like having my characters. I don't like having my characters slandered. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Like, you can talk shit. You can say, you got a big forehead. I got a big forehead. We can do that all day. We can go back and forth, and we can jest and we can joust. That's fine. You can say your videos suck. Fine. But don't speak towards my character, right? Because in everything I do, I try to put my character forward. In everything I do, I'm one of the only people that do these vlogs and these videos and toy detox and all that stuff, and actually speak on like fellow collectors, the health, like mentally and like the emotions, the mental health, the whole social aspect of like this community. I'm one of the only few people that's doing that, right? You know what I'm saying? And more people are doing it now. But and let's just be honest. Typically I'm patting myself on the back, but I'm just being honest right now. I promise you, the people you see doing that now are doing it more so because they've seen it come out in Detox. They've seen me speak on this kind of stuff in Braves Tour Review. You dig what I'm saying? In these vlogs. So now it's something that other people are saying that, okay, I can do this too. He got a good response, or you know what, that makes sense that he's bringing these things up. I've always wanted to speak to that. I think I can speak to it too now. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're seeing that on a larger scale. Yeah, and I'll take that on my shoulders and not say that. I could be wrong. Fuck it if I am, but that's how I feel. Fine. Having said that, don't question my character. You dig what I'm saying? Don't question my character. And if you have the gall to question my character, man, contact me. I've gotten on the phone with quite a few people. I've met up with quite a few people. You know what I'm saying? And no problems, no beef unless it has to be that. I'm just saying, contact me and we can sort it out. Really. In the comment, in the title, I put, you know, rest in peace to Glenn Webb first, because first and foremost, that's the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? I put that first, and then I put the other stuff that I'm talking about. Right? You see what I'm saying? And there's a difference. In the vlog, I talk my bullshit first because it's silliness. It's the weight of it is far less than the passing of Glenn Webb. You dig what I'm saying? So I talked my silliness first, and then I spoke on Glenn Webb passing. Right? In the title, I gave Glenn Webb respects first, and then I listed the other few things in there. Let me address this. I didn't mention Tyler's family having a baby in the title. I don't know. Because I hadn't had a chance to talk with him about it, and I don't know. I didn't feel. I go with my feelings, and I didn't feel right about it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel right about it. It's like I haven't even learned. I haven't even learned Tyler what they named their baby yet. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to speak on it till I at least had that information, because I was doing so much yesterday. He put a picture up letting us know that they had a baby and everything, right? And I saw it. I congratulated my friend, and I pulled out to get back to what I was doing. You dig what I'm saying? But we have Detox coming up, so we're going to talk in length about it. But so yeah, those are my reasons for how I structured everything. I structured everything with purpose. You dig what I'm saying? And then I wake up this morning, and I didn't put the cover there because I didn't want to do that, right? Because I didn't want to have like Spider-Man this, blah 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 blah, and all of that stuff, and then rest in peace Glenn Webb in the corner. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't do that. You dig what I'm saying? I didn't want to have all that stuff and then not have anything about Glenn Webb. I don't know. It didn't sit with me, so I didn't do it. So I left it off, right? I wake up this morning, and I see that I got a comment on the video, right? I go check out the comment, and let me see. I go check out the comment, and this cat, Huggy the Bear, Aaron C. Merritt, and I'm saying his name because his name is on here, so it's not a secret. I'm not blowing him out. Huggy the Bear, Aaron C. Merritt, says, man, I really thought you were a reviewer worth watching, because I am. But after this, I can't fuck with you no more. You put R.I.P. Glenn Webb in the title first on some clickbait bullshit, then barely mention him after talking for 10 minutes about some week-old, half-made-up Spider-Man movie shit. He deserves more respect than that. And he unsubscribed. You unsubscribe, that's fine. You dig what I'm saying? You don't dig the way I put the stuff together, that's fine. That's fine. But when you say I did it for clickbait, that's not cool. That's not cool, and that bothers me, because now you're telling me that, now you're saying, now you're accusing me, now you're accusing me of, now you're accusing, what are you accusing me of? Let's be real. You're accusing me of taking advantage of Glenn Webb's passing. If I was taking advantage of it, homie, if I was taking advantage of it, I would have did a full video. I'd have did the hashtags, all of that crap. I did none of that. I ain't even put no hot tags in there or nothing. None of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd have filled it in. All this kind of stuff, man. None of that stuff, man. And it's just kind of foul. Here's the deal. I understand that, people are in their fields right now because this man passed, and you see a lot. You see a lot of people putting up videos, right? see a lot of people putting up videos. I just wonder, like, how many people actually know him. Like, people who do know him, I understand why they put in the video. Like, Sharvis put up his video. Sharvis know him. That makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Other cats putting up full videos and all this stuff. I feel like, and I don't want to call them out and say, oh, you're just trying to take advantage of them, clickbaiting. I'm not saying that, but I guarantee them videos gonna get some hits. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you that. And if you don't know him, but you did a whole video to him, I don't know. That's kind of weird. I can see if you did something like a video towards his work or something. I don't know. I don't even want to get into that. All I know is I did what I did because I wanted to do it and I ain't have to do it. You dig what I'm saying? I was on the ETR. I put this in the comment too. I was on ETR last night when it was time to speak up and say, give your outs and all of that stuff. First thing I said was, blah, blah, blah. Respect the Glenn Webb in his passing. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't spell out where you can reach me, you can find me at hashtag this, blah, blah, blah. I didn't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything I did because I wanted to. And then this cat comes and does this. You know what I'm saying? And I remember, here's the deal. I remember when the dude subscribed. You know what I'm saying? I remember when the dude subscribed. That's when you subscribe to me. And I'm not in the millions and billions of numbers. So I still have the luxury of a person subscribing, reaching out to me and saying, hey, just to subscribe, blah, blah, blah. I like your video, blah, blah, blah. And I can retain that memory. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, man. Whatever. I'm just saying. I'm saying all this shit to say this. You don't know me. You don't know me. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? I say fucking 80% to 95%. I'll make that jump of us don't know each other other than these video interactions. Don't speak to my character. You don't know my character, man. If you have a feeling about my character, anyone, if you have a feeling about my character, you can reach out to me. I will hop on the horn with you. If you are local, I will meet up with you. You know what I'm saying? And we can sort it out. And you will either see that, this guy is not what I thought he was. He is like this. You know what I'm saying? I will help you to understand that. Or if it's a larger problem, then we can sort that out as well. You know what I mean? But don't speak to my character, man. You don't know me like that. I don't know you like that. I wouldn't speak to your character. I'm not sitting up here flipping out like, oh, fuck that dude. This motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. I'm not doing that. Maybe that guy knew Glenn Webb. Maybe he knew him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he knew him. Maybe he had certain feelings, and maybe he thinks that I knew him well. I don't know. I don't fucking pretend to know what his thought process was. All I know is what you put is incorrect, sir. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm taking this time out because I cannot stand for a person to make presumptions about my character. I put too much time in making sure that I present myself as I truly am. That's it, man. That's it. So whatever. And I'm gonna say this to the Huggy Bear. If you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me. If I come across you in here, I'm gonna reach out to you. You know what I'm saying? And we can have a discussion about it, or you can choose to ignore it and not. Whatever. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But that kind of gets under my skin. And let me say this. That aside, let me say this. This is some of the shit that causes me to not want to do some of this stuff anymore, man. Because I think that a lot of you cats think that I just see a lot of stuff in social media that's just problematic and irritating to a person such as myself. I'm not that guy that wants to jump on the bandwagon. It's just not me. I don't care about that shit. I'm not that guy that cares about being liked. I'm not interested in that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? The people that subscribe to my channel, large and by far, are people I think that identify with the way I present things. You see what I'm saying? People that are not looking for someone to be the average or go along with the status quo or whatever the case is. People that kind of dig my dysfunction a little bit. But most importantly, people that dig my honesty. So if you subscribe to me because you dig my honesty, but then turn around and call me some shit like that, that's a problem for me. I don't like that shit. You dig what I'm saying? And all this stuff together, man, it makes me really, really, really dislike social media. That's why you see me, we talked about it on Last Toy Detox. That's why you see me pulling away from a lot of like the social media, Facebooks and all of that stuff, man. I can't deal with it. It's like a circle and none of it has any gravity to it. None of it has any weight to it. Everybody thinks everybody knows each other. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thinks that, oh, I did a PM with this guy. We're best friends. You know what I'm saying? Or, hey, let me say some bullshit and then run. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Come on. Okay. So that's it. That's it. I'm supposed to be doing like the stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm supposed to be doing that stuff. But I'm taking my time out to do this because it does bother me, man. And when I like can't subscribe to me and I'll say, yo, every subscription counts. Every subscriber counts, man. Because it does to me. You know what I'm saying? It does. When you subscribe and you shoot me a message and you say, hey man, I like what you're doing because of blah 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 blah. I appreciate that. So that subscription matters to me. It's not just like a raising of the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, man. Whatever. I said it before. I'll say it again. Rest in peace to Glenn Webb. Rest in peace to Glenn Webb. The community lost a great persona. You dig what I'm saying? And I'll leave it at that. I'm not doing no whole video. I'm not doing that because it wouldn't be real. It wouldn't be real. So I'm not gonna do it. If you don't like the way I do things, you don't like the way I do things. But I tell you what, I will do things as I see fit. That's it. Out.